Do you have a prediction for this upcoming fight?
Oh yeah, it's over before it starts. That's it. That's it. A ass whooping, like a good old fashioned ass whooping. It's gonna look really weird. It's gonna be really violent, and then it's gonna be over, and then y'all gonna be watching Ben Rothwell and all that.
Knuckles to knives, what?
Knuckles and Knives, baby.
Yeah, what's that, your media?
That's my media.
Lovely. When did you set that up?
The first time you said it in the
There you go. So I raise up, so I say, we're the alien of combat sport,
go.
and may our combatants turn their knuckles to knives. Hey, Adam, you know, when you're good, and I'm all right. Awesome. Mr. Knuckles to Knives, how are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only Lorenzo, the Juggernaut!
You're out in Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, it's great, man. It's beautiful out here, man. I'm grinding out here in Puerto Rico. We just coming back from doing some sparring and getting it in, and out down in San Juan. It's a beautiful, beautiful island. The whole setup is wonderful, man. It's next level, man. It's just next level. And it'll be years before these guys put it together, before they can catch up, or before they can do what I do, or before they understand, I'm no joke, man. I go all in my training and my understanding and my fight and my planning. And a lot of these guys, they just think it's happenstance that I'm a champ, but I'm the champ for a reason.
No champ unless Lorenzo says so, man. Straight up. Um, so you're out there with Alvin?
Yeah, Elvin Brito, yeah, in Manabo, Puerto
Uh,
Rico. Yeah, we grinding every day, man. It's the most beautiful place in the world, and I can vouch for it.
do you usually do your camps out there?
Yeah, ever since the Hector Lombard fight, I
Oh,
think when I fought Josh Dyer the first time back in 2021. Ever since then, I've been training in Manabo, and it's been an amazing win streak. And I'm almost afraid to change it up at all.
yeah, man, that's amazing. I've never been to Puerto Rico. I'd love to go one day. But yeah, if you don't mind, talk to me about Alvin Brito a little bit. You guys seem very tight. Every time I see you, I see Alvin there. It's like a brotherhood over there. How long have you and Alvin been friends for?
Like I said, it's been since about 2020 or 2021. Just so many similarities, so much, so knowledgeable in the fight sport game. Elvin's probably been doing professional mixed martial arts since probably, man, since the early 2000s, and I've been grinding a long time too. Um, just two guys with similar styles and similar mindsets when it comes to fighting, linked up and became the literal superpowers, man, in the BKFC. Elvin Brito has what's called out here the jungle camp. And we come out here and train like literally in the jungle, doing unorthodox training, also training with the kids, also, going town to town and sparring with a lot of the prospects, a lot of Puerto Rican boxers. It is an amazing time here. Every time I come here, we can dedicate 24 hours a day to our literal craft. No one else can do that. So how can you beat me? You can't beat me in between dropping your kids off at school and going to Starbucks and then trying to run on a treadmill in fucking Planet Fitness and then come and fight the juggernaut. You're sick, bro. You're sick. You're sick. And whatever happens to you because of that mental sickness.
That's amazing. I love how you always pay your respect to Alvin. You probably don't remember. I bumped into you at the Hard Rock Casino at the last BKFC Hollywood event, and you were walking through the casino with your belt, and I kind of just walked up beside you and I said, "Ain't no champ." And we just started talking a little bit, and I just asked you what you thought about the fights, and you were kind of like, whatever, they're all right. Nobody trains like me and Alvin, I'll tell you that. So
Yeah.
you always show your respect, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. Like, it's a culture, it's a warrior culture, a warrior mind state, a warrior understanding. There's a lot more to fighting than just fighting. The preparation is everything, man. And like I said, when I get in there, it doesn't matter what kind of heat you bring. It doesn't matter what you put on me, man. I'll give it back to you times 10, times 100. And I'm always gonna come out on top. Like I said, it would take a literal act of God. It's just he's got to step in for you. The man himself has got to step in on you, and some weird lightning striking type shit has to happen in order for you to come out on top. when I get in the ring because I did so much here. I did so much.
Yeah, for sure you have, man. All right, well, let me ask you, man. We're about 1 week out from Knucklemania 6. Yoel Romero is out. Dave Mundell is stepping in on short notice. How's training camp been going? What type of adjustments have you had to make for Dave Redneck Mondell?
I haven't made any adjustments for Dave Mundell. Dave Mundell better be making some adjustments for me. I was training to fight Yoel Romero. What adjustments would I need to make with this step down of a fight? Like, I appreciate Dave Mundell stepping up to the plate, but it probably won't even take half of what I was about to do to the super Cuban soldier to get rid of Mundell. I wouldn't be surprised to wind up chasing him around the ring like those guys in the UFC when the guy turned around and just ran full speed in a circle and the other guy chased him. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Like, I mean, you heard it here first. Don't be surprised if Dave Mundell turns around and runs from me as fast as he can. Don't be surprised.
Well, you answered my next question. My follow-up question was stylistically, who do you think is a tougher matchup, Yoel Romero or Mondell? But you're clearly saying Yoel was the tougher fight, right?
Yeah, of course, Yoel. I mean, come on, like match up. Would you match him up? Would you match up Yoel and Dave Mundell? No. So then Joel was the tougher fight. You know what I mean? Like, Mundell has this hyper-inflated ego, and he'll match himself up with anybody. He'll match himself up with our heavyweight champion. You know what I mean? Like, he'll match it. He can beat anyone, but nobody's believing that shit. And like I said, I hope they paid him real good, because he's gonna need the money for the medical bills.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did have that face off. You did say he was going to be in the hospital afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say you are the money fight. You are the red panty night, as Conor McGregor would say, right? Everybody wants to fight Lorenzo Hunt, or it's the big payday anyway. Do you think Mondell is more deserving of this fight than Yoel Romero?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, anybody who wants it can get it. Like, we're gearing up. We're gearing up for.
Hold up,
Can you hear me?
Lorenzo. I'm losing you for a sec. Go ahead.
I said, we're gearing up for the $25 million tournament. But this is a no weight class tournament where may the best man win, regardless of weight. We're going to be seeing some amazing shit. So who am I to say that Dave Mundell doesn't measure up or shouldn't give himself a shot or a shine to fight a 85er when I'm about to be fighting heavyweights left and right? So what? Let's roll. I say it's man to man. This is mano y mano. This is how it's done. Like, nobody's walking around with a scale when you're out in the streets and something happens. Either you can defend your family or you can't. So with Dave Mundell stepping up to the plate, it's all good. I'll take it. No man is more deserving than the other. He can have a fight. Whoever wants to get it can get it. Whoever wants to get it on the BKFC roster, all the way from the top to the bottom, even the women. Throw them in there with me. I'll do what I do. Throw them in there. Go ahead, throw them in there. I'll fight anybody except
Yeah.
Christine Ferrer. I do not want my ass beat. I'll
That's
fight.
that's
I'll
another
fight
goat.
anybody except.
For sure. Do you think Christine Faria is the GOAT?
Yeah. She's been grinding, man. I'm super proud of her. I remember when she hurt herself and she was all down on
Shit,
herself
I'm
about her
losing you again.
shoulder.
I'm losing you again.
I remember when she hurt herself and she was all down on herself about her shoulder. But man, I'm super proud of her to overcome that and get back to kicking ass. I'm so happy for Christine.
Absolutely. Me too, man. Okay, so you are one of the best in the game when it comes to psychological warfare. Getting inside your opponent's head before the fight even starts. You guys did have to have a face-off on the Bare Knuckle show. What's your takeaway from that face-off?
I mean, he looked scared to me. He took the fight, but he looked scared. He's talking a little faster than he usually talk. He's stuttering. They asked him to tell me to my face that he would knock me out, and he was like, "Ibli, ibli, ibli, ibli." That's all, folks. So like, I don't know. Like, I'm interested to see what he brings to the table. I don't want to scare him too much because nothing is as dangerous as a scared man. We saw that with Mike Richmond with the whole eye gouging and scratching thing. I think I kind of overplayed my hand with the slap. at the weigh-ins, forced him into like this weird feral state of sick psychopathicness, and I caught it cost me a little bit. So I don't want to scare him too bad, but honestly, yeah, he looked scared to me. Yeah,
Okay.
he looked scared. He looked terrified. He looked scared. He didn't have the posture. He didn't have the posture of a winner. He didn't have the flair. He didn't have it. He felt like it felt like to me when I fought Joe Riggs. Remember how Joe Riggs was like laying in the bed during our press conference, and it was like we
Yeah.
did a face off and he was laying in the bed, and I was like, man, what is this? Are you in the hospital? Like what's happening? Is this just a paycheck for you? Like it just didn't seem like that he had that tiger in him, like he had that fight in him. And I always come prepared for the worst. You know, I have a family, I have a mother, I have children, I have people who depend on me. I want to go home like unscathed. I don't want to be touched. I want to go in here, take care of my business, and go on a date. So I'm always a little scared. But so I bring that the fire with me, you know. And when I look at some of these guys and they step to me, but they don't have that fire in them, ooh, that's a bad day for you. That's a bad day. I just don't think Dave Mundell has that. I don't think he does. I think that when he's fighting, he's a champion, so he may give a little more than most, but once he gets hurt, once he's not winning, he can't come back. Me, I'm always winning, bro. It don't matter even if you think you winning or not. I'm always winning.
Yeah, you've definitely proved that. You're never out of the fight. Always dangerous. I want to ask you about the video you posted on Instagram. I believe it was yesterday. Some sparring footage, and in that sparring footage, you see Mondell get flatlined by Frankie Solomon Jr. How old is that footage? Were you there that day?
I wasn't there, but I trained with Frankie, and he's an awesome dude. He's actually coming over to bare knuckle. He'll be fighting in Tampa in April. I think on that April 21st or April 27th card or something like that. Frankie's a solid fighter. He's going to be kicking ass in the BKFC all the way up through the 175 division. So like this is gonna be awesome. I train with Frankie. I know Frankie personally. We grind together. And the shot that Dave Mundell ate like that, it was just a showing of he's not invincible. He's not what he pretends to be. You understand? And for him to take that, for him to pretend to be invincible, especially to me, I know better. For you to call me out and pretend you're so amazing and you're so untouchable and I'm easy work, I just had to remind him that I know the truth. You're a flat line waiting to happen. You're liable to be down there sleeping longer than Josh Dyer. You know, he didn't get up. He didn't get up. They had to call for help. He didn't get up. So like yeah, that was about a year ago when he was supposed to fight in Dubai. Remember, he had a scheduled match in Dubai, and the Dubai fight got canceled. So yeah, it wasn't really that long ago, but it's not like he was already the champ. So it's not like he wasn't. It's not like it's 10 years old. That was just like 8 or 9 months ago.
Oh
So
wow.
he's not invincible. You know what I mean? The guy's not invincible, and pretending to be is ridiculous. Pretending to be better than me, that's ridiculous. If I was him, I would have came like, yeah, I've known Lorenzo a long time. He's a champion. I'm a champion. This is gonna be a great fight. Da, 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 da. I wouldn't have came at me disrespectfully. It's never worked. Remember how disrespectful Hector Lombard was? Remember
Yeah.
how I beat his ass? Remember how disrespectful? Remember how Quentin Henry was? Remember how disrespectful Mike Richmond was? Like, let's try something different. The only guy that I fought that wasn't being disrespectful pre-fight was Chris Camozzi. And that's the only guy that didn't get knocked out.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So yeah, why not try something different? You know what I mean? He could have took the fight on short notice and been like, "Yeah, I'm happy to be able to give the champ some work." Blase, blase. He came straight out the gate talking about knocking me out. What an idiot! What an idiot! For real, man. What an idiot.
Okay. where do I go from there, Lorenzo? Okay, so you guys did mention on that face off as well that you did train together previously and you sparred previously as well. When was
Who,
the last time
Mundell?
that you guys had sparred?
Who,
Yes.
Mundell? Mundell has never
Yeah.
sparred with me. Never. He's
Okay.
avoided me every chance he's gotten ever since I've known him. I've known him since 2000. And when Mundell walks in the gym, he goes the complete opposite direction of me. He's never sparred with me. He's never walked up to me in the gym and was like, "Hey, Lorenzo, let's do some rounds." Ever. And I was fighting in his town. I was fighting in Tampa way back in 2012 and 2013. I was knocking out monsters like Sean Nightmare Hollis and Brad the Axeman Taylor and Garrick James. These were all big names in the MMA circuit down in Florida, right in his backyard. Everybody knows me. He knows me, and he wouldn't even stand next to me. Period. So to pretend like he's a big shot and he's known me his entire career and he's known me as a knockout artist his entire career, it's sickening. It's sickening to see him pretend that he's something he's not. Never once has he ever put on gloves and pretended he wanted to spar with me.
Okay. I got you. Let me ask you,
So that's
Lorenzo,
just the
are
truth
there
of the
any?
matter.
Okay, that's fair. Who were some of the fighters that inspired your style?
Well, my father taught me martial arts as a kid. I'm not really a fan of fighting. Of course, I've studied some fights as a pugilist. Of course, I like fights, but I'm an old school martial arts guy. I'm the karate guy way before, the MMA and the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and the da 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 da. I was already like the karate kid, I'm like I'm old, like Three Ninjas old, like Ninja Turtles old. I'm like Karate Kid old, I'm before the new martial arts became so popular. I was already, I'm a Bruce Lee guy, I'm a Jackie Chan guy, I'm a Jet Li guy. I was into martial arts way before these guys thought about it, I was doing martial arts tournaments when back when Michael Jai White was doing martial arts tournaments. You know what I mean? That's why I'm in the there's a magazine called um Art of Daily Survival, Daily Art of Survival. It's a martial arts magazine that kind of tells my story and where I disappeared and how, I've been doing my thing forever. So like these guys they're all children to me, if you want to
Hmm.
look at it that way. Like they've just begin to find themselves. I was knocking guys out in 1988. I
Yeah.
was kicking kids in the chest in 1988. I was whooping. I was being suspended for giving concussions out in 1991. I was being expelled. I was being expelled for yeah. Like I'm not new to this. I'm the best for a reason, and I've taken good care of myself. I've trained hard. I've maintained my youth and my strength and my health. And you're gonna see what I am on next Saturday. You're gonna see when I hit this guy, all that tough shit's gonna disappear. And then they're gonna want to hug. He's gonna want to hug. He's gonna want to, grab me and shake my hand and hug and wave and all that. He's gonna want to be best buds after I beat him up. It's so sad that I have to do that to people in order to gain their respect. But it is what it is.
With that being said, did
See
you
how
ever
beautiful.
have any aspirations of going to the UFC?
Yeah, I mean everybody kind of wanted to go to the UFC. I shot my shot. Um at HOF, House of Fame. Remember them guys and the
Yeah.
UFC. I fought on UFC Fight Pass a couple of times. I lost to a matter of fact. I fought Joey Pfeiffer, the guy from that's in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
UFC
you
right
did.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
fought back in 2016. He submitted me in a rear naked choke. But I was smacking guys out like out. I'd say at the time I don't really know exactly why I got looked over at from the UFC because I was doing really good. I had a 9-1 amateur record and I was 3-0 before I lost my first match as a to a jiu-jitsu guy. And then I went like four. I think my overall MMA record wind up being 7-3, but it's kind of flip flop because at that time, the local scenes and the little stuff, they didn't always get it right on the what do you call it when you look up the guys' records? They
The
don't always.
Tapology and
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Topology. They miss some. They make some. They take some. They didn't get them all. They just didn't get all of the records. So like it's like yeah, my final record wind up being like 7-3, 7 wins, 3 losses, or something like that. And I lost all jujitsu guys. I knocked all the guys out.
Huh.
Everybody that I fought, everybody that I won, I knocked their ass out. Everybody that I lost to submitted me. Period. So bare knuckle was perfect. Like bare knuckle
Yeah.
just came and it was perfect, and it makes perfect sense to anybody who's listening, to anybody who's thinking, to anybody who's a hater and they want to Google me and they say, "Oh, look at his MMA record. Oh, he lost. He lost this many times. Oh, he da da da." Bro, I knocked everybody out that I fought, and I was submitted a few times. And now I'm the king of bare knuckle, where you can't do submissions. And I'll knock your ass out. so, so whatever. You like it or not, it is what it is.
Hey, and you know what, man? You can ask a few UFC fighters, a few MMA fighters. A lot of them want nothing to do with bare knuckle, man, because they know
Nothing
it's
to
it's
do with bare knuckle.
you know they know it's
They
brutal.
want
They
nothing.
know they know they get in trouble. They can't take you down, right? So
Yeah, they can't hide. We used to call it laying and praying. I've
yeah.
had a couple guys. I fought the guy named Michael Lombardo. He was like a D1 wrestler. Da 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 da. I punched him one time. Bam! He grabbed me. He never let go. 3 rounds, 5-minute rounds. He never let go of me like a baby. He held on, and they were like, "Yeah, he controlled you. He won." I had guys just
Man.
literally slide across the ring and grab my toe and hold on for dear life and hope they get a submission. Because when it come to these hands, I wouldn't call it a girly way to fight, but if I had to teach my daughter a martial art, it would be jujitsu. That's how you win. When somebody's, you grab them and use your legs and you whip them up and do some stuff. But other than that, if I had to teach my son how to fight, teach him how to use these like a
Mm.
man. You understand? So it
Yeah.
is what it is. It is what it is. Just being honest.
Yeah, it's just so boring, bro. Like
Yeah.
like I
The
like
world is
seeing
changing.
submissions. Yeah, for sure. Wow, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. This is the closest I'm getting to Puerto Rico right now. I love it.
Look
Thank
at
you,
this
Lorenzo.
view. You're welcome. You see that view, man? That's just crazy. It is
Thank you, brother.
beautiful
I
here.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
so
beautiful.
do you watch bare knuckle? Who are some of the fighters you like watching?
I'm like I said, I'm really not a fan of fighting. And I say that
Mm,
a lot and people will be like, huh? I really don't watch it, to be honest. I'll watch it when I go. I'll go to the fights and I love the game. Of course I love the guys I'm training with. I love watching Elvin's fights. I love watching I got a few faves. I love watching Christine's fights. I love watching the people I work with and train with fights. I trained with Jay Jackson. I trained with most of the guys really. Shit, I trained with Julian Lane. I trained, man, like it's been so many years of just grinding. Like I'll watch the fights of the guys that I helped and the guys that helped me. But to just sit around and watch fighting, it's a side of me that I'm actually not super proud of. Like I can fight, but I don't like to. I just can fight, but I'm not like I don't covet this shit. I don't like. I'm not hype about hurting people. Nah, I just know how. But it's not like the bigger side of my personality. I'm a great guy. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm an uncle. I'm the man. You know what I mean? I take care of my peoples and we have fun. And my whole life don't revolve around fighting, even though fight fans think it do. I love to train. I love to travel. I love my wife. I love my children. I'm having a great time. I got my dad with me, coaching me. I'm living the best possible life. It just so happened that I might have to fuck somebody up in order to keep it going. But hey, that's such is life. Such is life.
yeah, and you know what?
You
It
know.
pays the bills too, right? It pays well.
Yeah.
Like I said, you are the money fight. You mentioned your family. How do they feel about you fighting bare knuckle? Do they get nervous before your fights?
Not at all. I mean, like I am the most amazing, strongest, super bad dude you can imagine. If my family gets nervous at all, they get nervous for my opponents.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they know what I'm capable of. They know that I can do anything. And so, yeah, nah, I'm out here. Even if I get hit or appear to be hurt, my children know they're like, oh, daddy's mad now. Here he comes, and they're right. They're right. Here I come. So
I love that, man. Okay, so
Wow.
you joined you made your BKFC debut, I believe, in 2019, BKFC 8, and immediately you took bare knuckle by storm. How did that opportunity come out, and did you know right away this was where you belonged?
It's funny that you should ask. Actually, I made my debut a little before you guys seen me doing bare knuckle for BKFC. I fought for BYB,
BYB.
what is now known as BKB. I fought in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and got a knockout, third round knockout against Robert Brown. If you look it up, it was an awesome fight. To me, for me, honestly, a fight has always just been a fight. A fight is a fight. It doesn't matter if I have on gloves. It doesn't matter if I have on shin guards or no shin guards. It doesn't matter if I have a helmet on. A fighting to me, it's just a fight. The rules and the raps and all the BS, that's for you guys. That's not for me. That's not for me. The safety equipment, the this, the that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You got to give it 8 seconds. You got to do this. That's all for you guys. A fight is a fight. So it didn't matter if it was MMA, it didn't matter if it was Taekwondo, it didn't matter if it was fighting in the streets, it doesn't matter if it's doing security. I did security for years and years and years. Got into a lot of fights, a lot of altercations. It doesn't matter if it's a prison yard fight. It doesn't matter if it's a BKFC fight, a BYB fight, a UFC fight. A fight. It's just a fight. You're trying to hurt me and I'm going to hurt you worse. That's just the rules. That's the only rule is that I have to go home and be and I have to take care of this amazingness that my mother gave me. My mother gave me all this amazingness and I have to make sure it's safe. You feel me? So
I feel you, brother. I feel you. So we're here 7 years later. BKFC has absolutely taken over the world, become the fastest growing sport promotion in the world, the second biggest behind the UFC. Did you ever imagine the BKFC would reach this level when you first signed on?
knew it would. I acted as if the entire time. The entire time since day one, I came through and I knew where I was willing to take it to, and I knew where David Feldman was willing to take it to, and that's how we got where we are today. Because you act as if, you move as if I was a superstar, and I knew, and Dave knew it, and you'll see even more superstardom. You'll see even more because I'm gonna be honest. I'll tell you a little secret. I haven't even shown you what I can really do yet. This was all just warm up. When you see my fights, that's just a warm up. That's just a warm up. We haven't even started fighting yet.
That's crazy.
Right. Let me wrap this up with you, brother.
Okay, can I just ask you two more questions?
Yeah, sure. What's going on?
Sorry, brother. Okay, let me ask you, how do you feel about Conor McGregor being the co-owner of the BKFC now? Did you follow his career at all?
Connor's awesome. I followed not followed closely, but mostly you couldn't not be a fan of Conor McGregor. He was too sharp, he was too fast, his mouth was always going, he was best dressed. You couldn't not follow. Yeah, I appreciate Conor in every way. And I knew that he would become a part of this. I used to hit him up and send him videos. I used to send him highlight reels. And when he came to BKFC when we first met, remember it was me who gave him the belt when he got in and challenged Mike Perry. He knew
Yeah.
exactly who I was. His security tried to stop me. He said, no, 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 that's the double champ. Let him in. Like, he knew exactly who I was, and he was happy that I was there, and he rocked with me. So, yeah, Connor's awesome, man. I like having him around.
Awesome, bro. I appreciate you. I got two more. I just want to know, do you have a prediction for this upcoming fight? Knuckles to Knives is officially sponsored by Blues King 24/7. My brother Ivan Stojakovic has decided to support the movement. Ivan owns a company called Blues King 24/7, and they are located in Ontario, Canada. Blues King 24/7 does some of the cleanest cladding work in the world. They deal with siding, aluminum panels, and any exterior finish. They also waterproof buildings, homes, and take on any commercial or residential projects. They are located in Ontario, Canada, but will take on work anywhere in the world. So if you need your building or home upgraded on the exterior, call Blues King 24/7. That's BLUESKING 24/7. Go check them out on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, it's over before it starts. That's it. That's it. A ass whooping, like a good old fashioned ass whooping. It's gonna look really weird. It's gonna be really violent, and then it's gonna be over. And then y'all gonna be watching Ben Rothwell and all that.
Really appreciate you taking your time. I don't want to hold you up. Do you wanna shout out any sponsors, any messages to your
Yeah,
fans?
just shout out to Rasha, and shout out to the the All In management, and there's everybody who's been rocking with me, who believes in me. I thank you. I appreciate you. Let's keep doing big things.
Knuckles and knives, and we out, baby.